Hi guys, Andy here again from Mad Lad Designs, continuing the playthrough of Dungeon Command, Curse of Undeath versus the Sting of Lolth. Now, in our last episode, the demon web spider here had the strangest dream, in that his comrade in arms, the Drow houseguard, actually attacked him and did 10 points worth of damage. However, it was all an illusion. It was brought on by the stress of fighting the Undeath, and of course the houseguard didn't attack the spider, because why would he? Why would he attack someone on his own team? So that 10 points of damage that the spider thought he took, he didn't. So, but the Drow houseguard did move there, but didn't attack the spider. Well, that's my excuse, I'm sticking to it. Shh. Okay, okay. So we will begin with the Undead's turn, Morgana, and she is going to command. Who is she going to command? We have a Gravehound, a Hypnotic Spirit, a Zombie, and a Lich Necromancer. However, first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab an order card. I've got myself an order card, take a quick look. Okay. Alright. Let's have a look. Who is going to move first? Are they going to move? And I am going to move the zombie, who can move 4. So 1, 2, and he is going to attack the Drider with a melee attack of 10. So, do the Drow have anything to prevent that attack? Let's have a look. So we're looking for immediate. So no, that's a standard. Here we go. Do we use this because it's only 10 points worth of damage? Or do we keep it until something does really big hit? The Drider, he can take another 10 points of damage, I suppose. Rather than waste this, what do you think? Yeah, we'll let the Drider take the hit for another 10 points. So the Drider has 20 points of damage on him. And that is the zombies go taken. So I'll just tap those. Like that. Next up we have the Gravehound, Hypnotic Spirit, and Lich Necromancer. And we shall go with the Gravehound. The Gravehound is going to nibble away at the Drider for 10 points of damage. We know that we have this, but do we use it? 10 points at a time, they're taking off the Drider. If we use it, then no, we'll leave it. Another 10 points goes on the Drider, who's now got 30 points of damage. Our Gravehound has taken his turn. Next we have the Hypnotic Spirit, and the Hypnotic Spirit is going to attack the Drider for 20 points of damage. So our Hypnotic Spirit is going to attack the Drider, and I think this time we are going to use that close call, because the Drider is getting more and more damage. So that close call, immediate card, it needs level 3 dex. Well, the Drider has level 4. Prevent 40 damage to this creature from one source. So that hypnotic spirit attacks the Drider. However, the Drider dodges out of the way and takes no damage. But of course that close call order card is now out the game. So there is only the Lich Necromancer left, and he is obviously going to attack the Drow Priestess. Or is he? Ooh, let's have a look. He does 20 points melee damage, but he does 30 points ranged. So the Lich Necromancer is actually going to step back one, because when you're engaged with an enemy, if you're next to an enemy, you can only move one square for your movement. So he is going to move back one. Which now means he can do his ranged attack for 30 points on the Drow Priestess. Let's take a look. Do we have any order cards? You see that one, that close call order card there, would have been better using it now instead of on the Drider. But there you go. So we have, I don't think we have any immediate cards. Nope. So we cannot prevent 30 points of damage on the Drow Priestess. And for those of you who play D&D, you'll notice that she is in fact bloodied, which is half your hit points. Okay, we've activated all our monsters, I think. We have, yep. So now we go on to the deploy phase. We increase our leadership by 1. And place any monsters on the board that we can. So Morgana has 11 points worth of creatures on the board. Her leadership is 12. So if she has a 1 point monster, then we can bring that out. And she doesn't. Okay, so she has nothing to bring out. So we untap our creatures. We draw back up to our creature hand size. Well, we have our full complement of 3. So she doesn't need to draw back up. And that, I'm assuming, is the end of Morgana's Undead turn. Yes, I think it is. So next we are going to move on to Alessandra's turn. So we begin Alessandra's turn with the refresh phase. Untap any tapped creatures. We don't have any tapped creatures. Resolve any start of turn effects. We don't have any start of turn effects. And draw 1 order card. And we have Ambush. Shift 2 squares, make a melee attack that deals 50 damage. Woohoo! Ooh. That's a standard. Instead of an attack, you use this. So move an extra 2 squares and then make an attack that deals 50 damage. Ho-ho. Right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the Demon Web Spider. You'll notice I have a number 2 next to it. There we go. This is because I have 2 Demon Web Spiders on the board, and I'd like to know what card goes with which spider. So we're going to use that Demon Web Spider. He's going to stay there, and he's going to grab the last treasure. Which then gives Alessandra an extra morale. So she is up to 15 morale. Right, so that is that Demon Web Spider done. Next we shall move the Drow House Guard. And the Drow House Guard can move 6. But of course with Alessandra's Walls of Web special ability, he can move 2 extra. So he can move 8 spaces. And I think he is going to move 1, 2, because the white squares are counted as difficult terrain, and if you're moving into difficult terrain it's always 2 movement points. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he is going to attack the Lich Necromancer. Right, so can we use any order cards? Remember, we've just picked this one up. The Lich Necromancer has 80 hit points and he's got 20 points worth of damage. So he has 60 hit points left. So we can bring him right down if we can. However, I'm just going to zoom in. There we go. We need a level 3 dex, and the Drow House Guard is only a level 2, so we cannot use. The Drow House Guard does not have any wisdom, so we can't use this one. We can use this one, which just allows us to move about. I don't think we need that one. Okay, fire trap. Let's just look at where that fire trap is, where that hazard is. So here's our hazardous terrain, and the card states, choose one hazardous terrain square, deal 20 damage to each creature within 2 squares of that square. If only the undead were gathered round it. Oh, we can attack the Gravehound. However, the Drider is 1-2 squares within, so the Drider will be attacked as well. No, we won't use this fire trap. So there's nothing in the way of order cards we can use. So our House Guard is just going to do a melee attack of 20. So let me just check with the Undead's order cards, see if they can prevent it. And the Undead there don't have any order cards that will prevent damage. So that 20 points of damage is going to get through to the Lich Necromancer. So there we go. And now he is bloodied. So next up we have this Demon Web Spider, who is going to attack the Hypnotic Spirit for 10 points of damage. The Undead do not have an order card that will stop it. However, if I tap this creature, then it will prevent all damage from one source. So I'm going to tap this creature, and this will prevent all damage from that Demon Web Spider. So none of that attack gets through to the Hypnotic Spirit. So we have the Drow Priestess and the Drider left to attack. So the Drider is going to attack, and he's going to attack the Hypnotic Spirit. Who is tapped. Now, if the Undead had an order card to play, because the Hypnotic Spirit is now tapped, we could not play that immediate card on that Hypnotic Spirit. Okay, so the Drider is going to attack for 20 points of damage. We know the Undead don't have an order card that'll stop it. So 20 points of damage. We'll go on the Hypnotic Spirit's card. So there we go. So the only one left is the Drow Priestess. So she is going to move up. Here is difficult terrain, so she needs 2 points to move. 1, 2. She's got more than enough movement points to get in there, and she is going to attack the Lich Necromancer for 20 points of damage. Yes, the Undead don't have any order cards to stop it. So this Lich Necromancer takes another 20 points of damage, bringing his damage up to 60. So we put a 50 and we'll grab all the rest of these. So I think all of Alessandra's army has activated. We've moved everything. Yep, done everything. Next we move on to our deployment phase, where Alessandra's leadership moves up 1. She's at 11, so she'll move up to 12. 12. And we have on the board 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 worth on the board. So do we have anything that's 1 point that we could bring out? No. So that's what we have. And at the moment we can only bring something out that's 1 point, and we don't have it, so we can't bring anything out. Next we go to our cleanup phase. Resolve any end of turn effects. We don't have any end of turn effects. However, something I've missed there, and I've just spotted, which is this. Each enemy takes 10 damage whenever it ends its activation phase next to this creature. Well, our Drider ended its activation phase next to the zombie, so the Drider is going to take another 10 points of damage. So we'll continue on with the cleanup phase. Resolve any end of turn effects. Well, we did. Because it ended its activation phase next to the zombie. And then we draw back up to our creature hand. Our creature hand is 4. We already have 4, so we don't need to draw back up. Then we need to untap all our creatures. Ready for the next round. So there you go, guys. There is the next round of Dungeon Command. I'm sure there'll be mistakes and I'll probably find them myself. If not, if you want to point them out for me, that'll be excellent. I think that is it. So until the next round, guys, I will catch you later.